and this is a true story. I was running through the halls of Cannon, and there's Jim Harbaugh with my friend, Mr. Levy. And I'm like, Jim, what are you doing here? And he had decided that I was going to co-chair this. And he was coming to talk to me about it. Didn't have an appointment, didn't have a meeting, but I never say no to Jim Harbaugh. But I want to thank you all. I mean, for those who are visiting here, Michigan has a great group of people. The Bar Association does an incredible job. I'm really proud you're in Washtenaw County, which does have one of the best legal AIA. I mean, some of my friends are here. But I wish people didn't have the need, but there are people here that really care. You were at the University of Michigan this morning, weren't you, at the panel? And a number of the Supreme Court justices are friends of mine that I've known since we were young. We're not old now, but we're seasoned. And like Bridget McCormick started the Innocent Clinic, she's chair, or whatever they call it, being the chair. Thank you, Chief Judge. Thank you. I'm not a lawyer for a reason, but John Dingell was. But Michigan knows how important it is, and all of you are involved because you care. You know, each year the LSE helps more than 1 million Americans, including people don't understand how many people don't have access to representation. And it's the people that are the most vulnerable and need it the most. Veterans, military families, those that are affected by opioids and drugs and addiction. And they don't need to be put in a jail cell. They need help. We've got to do something for them. Domestic violence is one of the causes that I'm most passionate about. And women can get screwed by the system faster than anybody. They're afraid. And again, they have no money. They don't have access to being able to do anything. Victims of natural disasters, children who are caught in very difficult family situations, the disabled, the elderly. Everybody needs a lawyer, but some of the people that are the most vulnerable, they really, really, really need you. Without a fair shot in the civil legal system, they got nowhere else to turn. And access to justice is essential if we are to have due process in this country. And there are just too many barriers that remain. There's no substitute, and we see that, for a competent lawyer. And far too many people don't have access to proper legal counsel to ensure their rights are protected. So I'm a big champion. I am the co-chair. I would like to say to you that Jim kind of got all of your co-chairs. I'm not sure you knew Susan Brooks. You knew Susan. But Fred Upton, and Fred had no choice to. I just said yes for Fred. Didn't even let Jim ask. That's true. It's a true story, isn't it? And Joe Kennedy. Who's one of my dearest friends. We're the 4 co-chairs, but the LC distributes more than 94% of the total funding to the 132 independent nonprofit legal aid programs that provide low legal assistance to low-income individuals. But here's what you all probably know it because you're working in the field, but this is what I tell my colleagues. Because one of the most there are a lot of issues we're looking at in our Constitution right now, things that I never thought we'd even be thinking about at this point in my life, like freedom of speech, freedom of religion. But due process is something that's really important, and everybody's got that right. In 2016, which is the last year that we've got accurate numbers, 59 million Americans were eligible for civil legal assistance. 86% of low-income Americans in the justice system received inadequate or no legal help. 86%. That's not due process. That's not giving them a fair shake. And people are being railroaded. Our jails ours is a justice system that is not blind. And we have a 2-class system in our prisons these days, and I'm just very blunt about it now. We need very real criminal justice reform. In Michigan, the State Bar Association found that there's only 1 legal aid lawyer for every 10,000 low-income people. We have to do better than that, and each and every one of you is here because we're trying to improve those numbers. I am glad to welcome John to It is wonderful to see you here in Michigan and see all of the board, and thank you for what you do every day. And we don't get enough attention, and so gatherings like this bring attention in this immediate area, but somehow we've got to get it through. We've got to raise awareness so everybody understands it. I'm proud to lead the charge in Congress to ensure that we fully fund it, and we can always use help trying to make sure we fully fund it. I promise you none of my Democrats in this state will vote against it, or they won't be speaking to me. But we do need to make sure that everybody's in, and it's telling the story. I simply think people don't understand how many people don't have access. You know, I'll be very blunt. I've had 2 immediate members of my family die from drug overdoses. So I wasn't the biggest proponent of legalization of marijuana in the state. But it's happened. It's here. Criminal justice reform, our jails are full of people that had, you know, an ounce of marijuana, and they didn't have good legal representation. If you're an African-American male, you're going to end up in that prison, in that jail. If you're a white, I don't want to cause a class, but it's a reality that if you're white, you've got better access to an attorney, and the attorney is going to get you a better treatment. Well, everybody should be treated the same way, which is why we need serious criminal justice reform. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. I'm thankful you all wouldn't be here if you didn't care. I'm really proud to do whatever John and Jim tell me to do. But I might have a few thoughts of my own. But I really am grateful to all that you do to help people that just need a helping hand and sometimes get railroaded by a system that we want to be fair and just. Thank you.